Good morning. Welcome to Against the Public for March 24th. First 4 days of the tournament are in the books. Hope everyone found a little bit of success. Good to be back in the saddle. Also good to do a few other things outside of this on a daily basis. Got a chance to work that Clippers Cavs game, and then Lakers in Denver on Wednesday, and then Toronto and the Rangers on Thursday. So definitely very happy to be back home. Probably going to nix that Miami trip. Really wanted to do that, but man, that is a lot on the plate, and that's something that's personal, so I can nix that if I want to. Anyway, I'm Dana Lane. Thanks for joining me. Let's get into it by previewing the schedule for Monday. It is the next to last day in the Major League Baseball exhibition season, so we'll get things started off early tomorrow, 12:35 Eastern Time. Tampa Bay Rays, Philadelphia Phillies. Phillies are minus $1.52. You can get a better number than that. That's the consensus number. They opened up at $1.55. Professionals came in. They pounded it just a little bit. Number went down, but we are seeing 78% of the public cash on Philadelphia. So that number might tick back up before game time. We'll have 3 games on our Major League Baseball exhibition schedule. College basketball, not the tournament, but we will have 3 games. We'll try to have 3. I got 2 for sure. I know there's 2 games on the board as we speak. We'll start things off at the CBI tournament, of course. Army, Florida Gulf Coast. That will start off at 2:30 Eastern Time. I'll do my best to have 3 games. I'm waiting to see what they're going to do with a 3rd game. The NBA features 8 games, starting with the Raptors and the Wizards at 7 o'clock Eastern Time. My NBA players, guys, you just continue to smash the NBA. 31-20 run, 61% winners on sides, 63% winners on totals over my last 82 selections. The last 30 days have produced 55% NBA winners on the number 1 NBA handicapper over the last 90 days with at least 200 plays. I will have 3 games on my Monday NBA All Access card. And finally, the NHL presents 4 games, starting with Vancouver and New Jersey at 7 o'clock Eastern Time. Check that, 7:30 Eastern Time. We'll have 3 games on our All Access card as we look to improve on a 30-19 overall run. That's 61% winners. Just under 1,000 units of profit. NHL players right now, they're on a 10-4 run on NHL sides and 16-7 on NHL totals. You can't go wrong either way. Even if you don't bet the NHL, guys, it doesn't matter where the numbers come from or the money comes from, as long as it does. And it certainly has been coming for our NHL players. Over the last 30 days, we've smashed 55% NHL winners, 56% over the last 90 days. That's number 1 at Pickdawgz.com. I'm also the number 1 NHL handicapper this entire season amongst cappers with 120 plays. So expect 3 games from the NHL. That's going to add up in total to 12 games, maybe 11. We're going to have to see how things go. I'm still checking out a few things. Love to have that nice round number of 12. But depending on college basketball, we'll see how that goes. But definitely we'll have 11, maybe 12 games up for tomorrow. So plenty of reasons why you should become an all-access member starting on Monday. And keep in mind, all plays and records are updated daily at pickdawgz.com, but not every number reflects Sunday's results. So just click on the link to see how we did on Sunday. So far, the Lakers and the Magic, they're receiving the most attention. Los Angeles is -4, 215.5. We see 81% of the money is on the Lakers. That has pushed this number up from 3.5 to 4. So Lakers and Magic seem to be the game that everybody's gravitating towards tomorrow. We'll see if that's going to be on our schedule. Before we get to our free play, let's talk about my most popular package, and that is clearly my annual All Access Pass. You get every play that I release from every sport for just $4.11 a day. So we'll pick you up right now at this point in 2025, set you right down at this point in 2026, carry you right through the Major League Baseball season, the NFL season, college football, almost through the NHL and NBA and college basketball. Every play for the next year $4.11 a day. Can't really beat it. The start of the Major League Baseball season is Thursday. You can join me all season long for less than $100 a day. Just click on that link below, and the package will pop up, and you can just follow me all season from tomorrow's first pitch to the last pitch of the World Series. Okay, on to your free play. 7:30 Eastern Time, Dallas Mavericks, Brooklyn Nets. Dallas is -1.5. They're a 1.5 point road favorite. Total 218.5, a number that's opened at 215.5 at some spots. 56% of the early money is on the Mavericks, and 96% is on the over. And we know Dallas this year, man, they're trying to sneak into those that play-in spot, aren't they? 34-37 straight up, 33-35 ATS, 38-32 1 to the over. The Mavs broke a 4-game losing streak with a 6-point home win against the Detroit Pistons as a 9.5 point dog. Dallas has dropped 11 of their last 14 games and 10 of their last 14 against the number. They did extend their over streak to 7 straight games. I knew I was going to lose my voice. I could feel it going. Brooklyn, 23-48 straight up, 39-31 1 ATS, 41-32 the under this year. They've dropped 3 straight games, 13 of the last 15, but they have covered 5 straight in 7 of their last 8 games. They're also on a 3-game under streak. As mentioned, Mavericks were able to get out of their own way and make enough plays down the stretch against the Detroit Pistons to break a 4-game losing streak. But really, I mean, if you guys watch this game, despite the win, it took an effort from Spencer Dinwiddie, who had 31 points, was at 11 points more than his regular season average. It took him to go above and beyond to get this W for Dallas. So yes, a good win, I guess. They're walking off the court happy, but in my mind, it wasn't anything. It was something that they did above and beyond what they would normally do. So I don't expect that, and I especially don't expect that out of Dinwiddie every single night. Dallas had 20 turnovers in this game. They shot 52% from the floor, and they still struggled to get the W by 6 points. And that 20 turnovers really sticks a little bit. And you just can't have that many turnovers. That's why, to me, yeah, they get the W, but man, they really lost it statistically. This was a game where the Pistons played the entire fourth quarter the way that the Mavs played the final minute against the Pacers 5 nights ago. Just uninspired basketball. So take from it what you will. I'm sure they're happy to get the W. It doesn't mean anything or change the way I feel about the Dallas Mavericks. Now the Nets, they're look, not a great season, but there's a difference between teams that are having bad seasons and quit and teams that are having bad seasons and don't quit. And that certainly is the Brooklyn Nets. They played a scrappy game, I guess that's the way to say it, against the Pacers. Still lost to the Pacers for the second time in 3 days. Not much is good about the Nets this year, except we know that this is not a team that is tanking. This is a team that made the Pacers work for every shot. They were down 20 points in the fourth quarter. They could have easily quit. It looked like, but really on the flip side of it, it looked like Indiana was the team that quit. And they outscored the Pacers by 15 points in that fourth quarter. They held them to 18 points. And one of the reasons for that is what Tyrese Halliburton says. Well, they threw a bunch of junk defenses at us. Well, yeah, they did. And you could have easily exploited those junk defenses, because those defenses can get you in a bunch of trouble early in the sequences if you're able to beat them, which Indiana was not. And when they did, they failed to make shots, which is why the Brooklyn Nets was able to make this a game. Listen, you're not going to be able to Brooklyn's not going to be able to run high traps for most of the game, but that is something that they kind of do in the fourth quarter. They change up defenses to kind of see if you can, it's the equivalent of a hockey team pulling their goaltender. That's essentially what these defenses at the end of the game do for the Nets, and they've absolutely been working. And I love that this team is working hard. So that tells me when you're trying to bet totals and you find a team that you think is quitting, you might look towards the over. But when you see a team that is still working hard, like the Nets are, well, you can feel comfortable playing the under. The Nets are one of the best under teams in the NBA, a 41-30 mark to the under. Only Charlotte and Orlando are better. The under is 22-19, with the Nets are involved with a total of 220 or less, while Dallas is 48-32 to the under since 2021 with their games 220 or less. The odds makers definitely like a pace that favors Brooklyn, and so do I. Your free play is under 218.5. Now keep in mind that the market is pounding the over in this game, so let's see if we can or pounding the under in this game. So let's see if we can squeeze a 219 or better out of this game. And I'm sorry, I was right the first time. They're pounding the over in this game, as I talked about early on. So let's see if we can squeeze a 219 out of this game, maybe even a 219.5. But no matter, even if it's at 218.5, we're still going to go under that total. So I could tell I haven't talked in a week because I can't stop talking. Okay, go to pickdawgz.com, where every individual play and every discounted long-term pass is locked and loaded, including my annual all-access pass for just $4.11 a day. I cannot thank you enough for allowing me to take a couple days to do a few other things, and I appreciate each and every one of you. Hopefully you'll be all back today watching the video. Please hit that like and subscribe button. I appreciate that. For Against the Public, I'm Dana Lane. All the best to you and your wagers on Monday.